guys! Welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, we're Sans and Airy and we have been living and working in China for just over a year now.
And today we are celebrating our 1-year anniversary of our YouTube channel.
And we've just hit 10,000 subscribers.
Woo!
We honestly can't thank you guys enough for all your love and support over the last year. Having 10,000 friends following along on our journey is just absolutely mind-blowing. And we are so grateful for each and every single one of you guys. Thank you.
And we've had some of the most incredible adventures living in China here so far. Seriously, it's been wild.
Wild. We visited the most cyberpunk city in the world, hiked the famous Avatar Mountains, and even explored a 2,000-year-old ancient village built on a waterfall.
We saw pandas in Chengdu, explored one of the most futuristic cities in the world, relaxed in 24-hour spas, got sushi delivered by drone, felt like we were in a literal movie inside the bookstore in Chengdu, and even saw the famous bamboo lights in real life.
We've experienced different cultures, tried so many new foods, made amazing friends, and traveled to beautiful neighboring countries including Thailand, Japan, Malaysia, and Indonesia.
I actually can't believe how much we've seen and explored in the past year living here. We're honestly so grateful for it all, and we can't wait to see what lies ahead.
And we actually have something super exciting to share with you guys. We've officially just launched our very first ebook.
Yes. It's called
So How Do I Become an ESL Teacher in China?
And it's a complete step-by-step guide to help you land a teaching job here in China.
We cover everything.
The requirements to teach in China,
The application process,
interview tips,
visa guidance,
recruiter contacts,
school red flags,
and even some insider hot tips that we wish we knew before moving to China. We've poured months of hard work into it, as well as our first-hand experience to make it as helpful and practical for you as possible.
So if you've been thinking about teaching in China, or you're just curious about how it all works, then this guide has literally everything you need to get started.
So if you're interested, you can purchase the ebook through the link in our bio or in the description below, but we are honestly so excited for you guys to check it out.
And to celebrate our 1 year living in China, as well as our 1 year anniversary of our YouTube channel, we thought this would be the perfect time to sit down with you guys and answer all of your questions. So let's get into it.
Question number 1. What made you want to live and work in China, especially with all the anti-China propaganda online?
That's a great question. So actually, before moving to China, we lived in South Korea for a year where we taught at an English private academy. But it was a really tough working environment. We had long hours from like 9 a.m. till 6:40 p.m. with only a 30-minute lunch break. And we were teaching like 10 lessons per day.
Yeah,
And we were teaching like 10 lessons per day. So we were really burnt out, to be honest. And one of our co-workers in South Korea said that he used to teach in China and it was way more relaxed. You know, he was telling us how he got 2-hour lunch breaks and lots of vacation and he wasn't feeling burnt out. So that got us curious.
We started doing our own research and we actually got in contact with some teachers that were living in China and working at the time. And they honestly just had great and positive things to say about China. So we decided just to look past all the anti-China narratives that are spread online and we wanted to come and experience it for ourselves. And honestly, it was one of the best decisions we've ever made.
Absolutely. Okay, next question. Why didn't you choose Japan or Korea instead of China? Is it because China pays better?
That's fair. We get this question a lot. So since we have already lived in South Korea, we wanted a new adventure and we did consider Japan, but honestly, we just felt like China was the right fit for us.
And it wasn't just about the pay, although the salaries here are quite competitive. But it was more about the work-life balance. You see, in South Korea and Japan, you only get about like 10 days of vacation per year. Yeah, I know. But here in China, we get almost 3 months of vacation per year. 3 months! And like I said previously, the lunch breaks were super short in South Korea, and I believe in Japan it's the same. Whereas here in China, we currently get a 2-hour lunch break. So we actually have time to rest, travel, and enjoy life outside of work. And you know, it also helps us put more of our effort into our work because we're well rested and we can give it our all.
Exactly.
It's all about the work-life balance, baby.
Exactly. Okay, next question. So, how did you guys get a job at the same school in China?
This question we also get a lot.
Well, honestly, it's a lot simpler than you think. We told recruiters that we would like to be at the same school and that it was a non-negotiable. So we kept reaching out to recruiters and only looking at positions that had 2 spots available. And that's how we landed our position.
And we just didn't take no for an answer. Okay, next question. So what's your favorite city in China? Ooh, that's a tough choice.
That is.
Honestly, there's so many beautiful cities in China. It's hard to pick just one favorite. But if we had to pick one, okay, I know. Why don't we count down from 3 and then you choose your favorite city and I'll choose mine and let's see if we say the same one. I have a feeling we have the same favorite city.
I think so.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, Chengdu. Hey, yes. Okay, nice. We have the same favorite city. I thought so.
Yeah, for good reason.
Okay. Well, what's your reasoning? Because I know my reason.
I know my reasoning.
Okay, let's do a countdown again. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Pandas are there. Yeah.
They're on our fridge too.
Yeah, it's true. We have so many panda magnets on our fridge, so we do love them.
It's not just the pandas that we love about Chengdu. The city itself is so laid back and chilled, and honestly, there's so much to do and see. Like, we saw these beautiful bamboo towers. It's a water fountain that lights up at night. We saw this beautiful temple that's built over a bridge, and the water flowing under lights up, so it's luminescent blue. We saw this fairy tale bookstore, which was like, wow. And they have the most beautiful tea gardens, where we tasted some of the most delicious teas, and we even bought some.
Honestly, Chengdu just has our heart. And it was mostly the pandas. I won't lie. I'm biased. I love them. Okay, next question. Do you feel safe in China, especially as foreigners who don't speak fluent Mandarin? And what is your impression of Chinese citizens in terms of their manners and etiquettes? I heard a lot of them spit everywhere.
Well, we feel so safe here. Honestly, China is one of the safest countries we've ever been to, right?
Yeah.
And even walking outside at night, we just feel so safe. And being from South Africa, that is definitely something that we would never take for granted.
Absolutely. As for manners and etiquette, yeah, there are a few cultural differences. For example, the spitting thing really did shock us at first. If you don't know, in China, it's very normal for people to just spit in public, like out and about. Someone will be walking in front of you and they'll just start spitting in the bush or even out their car window. Our bus driver does that a lot. But here, it's not considered rude. It's really just a habit. Like, everyone seems to do it, even though it's something we absolutely can't get used to.
I mean, we've kind of gotten used to it now, but if someone spits and they're standing quite close to us, then it does frighten us. It's quite scary.
Yeah, we always get a fright. And you know, people can also be quite loud in public places, especially like on our community bus. There's always people yelling at each other across the bus. People are eating like smelly foods and, you know, there's always people FaceTiming their grandma on the bus. So it's quite loud and chaotic and, you know, it can be really overstimulating for us. That is something I have not gotten used to. I think personal space in China is not really a thing. You know, people also walk into you in public. You know, you have to walk out of the way. Be careful. So yeah, that's definitely something to get used to.
And the staring is quite intimidating. People love to stare or even take photos of you if they're not used to seeing a foreigner. And at first, it was quite a little bit invasive. It was like, ooh, they should ask for permission. But now we're used to it. And sometimes we even ask them if we can take photos with them, because why not?
But honestly, cultural differences aside, people here are super friendly and welcoming. We've had the most lovely experience with people here.
Yeah, I mean, we're even besties with our estate agent now. She showed us around. She helped us get this apartment that we're living in. And then ever since then, we've been really good friends, and she has us over for Chinese barbecue. We've gone to karaoke together. It's honestly just the sweetest friendship.
And you know, we're even friendly with our landlord. She lives opposite us, and when it's special occasions here in China, we give her some fruits and she gives us some fruits back. So everyone here is so welcoming and friendly. I can't even tell you.
Next question. Are you a couple?
The burning question. Are you guys a couple? Are you sisters? Are you twins? Are you second cousins removed? Yes. All of the above.
Well, I'm gonna love you and treat you right. I'm gonna give all my love to you, darling, under the light. No. We are best friends. We've been friends from the age of 6 years old. We went to primary school together, high school, university, and we even lived together in university as well.
And then we moved to South Korea together to teach English. We've been traveling the world, and now we're living together in China teaching English. So, you know, we're definitely more than friends. We are sisters at this point, basically blood related. But no, unfortunately, we're not a couple.
Next question. What's the cost of living like in China?
You know, the cost of living in China is actually really affordable. Like, for example, we pay about $550 per month for our nice 2-bedroom apartment in a security complex, but you can even get apartments for way cheaper. That obviously depends on the city as well. You know, tier 1 cities like Shanghai, you'll probably pay 3 times the rent price than here. But in general in China, rent is super affordable. Groceries are really affordable too. And public transport. I mean, you can travel on the metro for like an hour and pay like 5 RMB.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And sometimes ordering food online through Meituan or going out to eat can be more affordable than eating at home.
Okay, next question. How long do you plan on staying in China? Well, to be honest with you, we actually don't have a specific time frame. You know, this is our 2nd year now. We're at the same apartment, same school. We're really happy in the city that we're living in. We're happy at our job. We still have so much of China to see. And, you know, we're not in a rush to leave just yet, but we don't have a specific time frame in mind. We're kind of just taking it as it comes.
Okay, next question. People say China is living in the future. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, honestly, sometimes it does feel like we're living in the future. Actually, if you've seen our recent video, we just posted about how China is living in like 2050. You know, there's driverless cars. Yeah, no one is in the driving seat, and there's robots everywhere, and you can even pay for things with your palm these days. Just walk into the shop and chuk. So yes, it does very much feel like we're living in the future, or maybe everyone else is just living in the past. And you know, everything here is just so efficient as well. I remember when we first moved to China, we realized that our beds were super hard, right? So we needed like a mattress softener, but it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, let me just order the mattress softener online and it'll arrive tomorrow or the next day or whenever. No, it came in 20 minutes. At 2:30, we had mattress softeners sitting outside our door. Like, how crazy is that? That's so cool. That was when we knew China is advanced. Yeah. Okay, next question. What should someone expect in their first week or month in China?
Your first week here will probably feel like you're on a roller coaster. It's exciting, it's thrilling, but it's also very overstimulating and overwhelming. Everything is new. The language, the food, how you pay for things, and even how to get around. Just remember that almost everything is done on your phone. So before you come to China, make sure that you have all of the apps already downloaded, like Alipay, WeChat, and also a translator app. That's very important.
You should also expect some culture shock. Some things here are very different to back home. For example, the toilets here are squatty potty, and usually there's no toilet paper in the bathroom, so make sure you bring your own tissues on you. And of course, people will stare at you in public. Just don't take it personally. Sometimes they're not used to seeing foreigners, especially in the smaller cities, so it's nothing personal, they're just curious.
The language barrier is also quite intense, so we do recommend just try and learn some basic phrases in Mandarin before you come. It will help, and the locals will really appreciate the effort. But also don't worry, the locals are super helpful and friendly, and after your first month, you will feel a lot more confident, and you'll definitely have some amazing stories to tell.
Oh, but hot tip. When you are learning Mandarin, just really take note of the different tones, because I have a story for you. In my first week moving to China, we had like an open day with the parents to meet everyone and introduce ourselves. I think it was literally my 3rd day of living in China. And I thought, it would be really cute of me to introduce myself in Chinese. You know, I'm sure the parents will appreciate it. So I learned how to say, hello, my name is Sonia. I'm from South Africa. I will be the English teacher of this class. But little did I know, my tone was slightly off and my pronunciation was very off. So I should have said, "What Watiao Sonia," which means my name is Sonia, but I accidentally said, "Wachao Sonia," which means what the Sonia.
Oh no.
So when introducing myself, I accidentally said, "Hello everyone, what the Sonia." And they all laughed, and I thought, they think I'm so cute for saying, "Hello everyone, my name's Sonia" in Chinese. No, I only found out 2 weeks later that I was accidentally swearing at about 60 parents in my classroom. So
They'll
yeah.
never forget you.
They'll never forget me.
Next question. How should I approach finding accommodation before moving to China?
Okay, I know this one can feel quite stressful, but don't worry too much about it because your company or your school should help you out with this beforehand. But to be honest, we actually recommend rather just booking a hotel or Airbnb for your first week or two when coming to China and rather sort your accommodation out when you get here. I know some people like to organize their accommodation before even moving to China, but then you're not going to be able to see what it looks like in real life and test it out and make sure that everything works. So rather play it safe and get it when you're here. I promise you there's more than enough accommodation available. You don't need to worry about it running out. And then at least you can choose the best apartment for you once you're here.
And when you are apartment hunting, don't forget to ask about things like utilities, your internet, and all the other bills, because sometimes there's an apartment tax on your place that's not included in the bills. And you might only find out about it at a later stage. Well, that's all the questions for today. If you guys do have any other questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments down below. And if you guys enjoyed watching this video and listening to all our answers, please don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to our channel to stay tuned for future content. Otherwise, for now, bye besties!